Hello, this is Mrs. Pickett coming at you with a new video. Today we are going to keep talking about decimals. In our last videos, we've talked all about what a decimal is, how to write that as a fraction, the place values of decimals. We compared decimals last time, and now we're going to talk about how we can round decimals to the nearest place value. So, all right, let's just jump right in. I have a number 2 and 36 hundredths, and I want to round that number to the nearest tenths place. So I'm going to show you two ways to do that. The first one I'm going to use is I'm going to show you the rounding place. Now the rounding place, we said we're going to round to the tenths. So I'm going to put an underline. I'm going to underline my tenths place so I don't forget that my 3 is in my tenths place. So then I'm going to look at my neighbor, which is in my hundredths place, and I'm going to circle that 6. So now I have to think about which direction is the 6 going to go. Is it going to go forward to 2 and 4 tenths, or is the 6 going to go backwards to 2 and 3 tenths? Now, if you think back to when you rounded with just regular whole numbers, I always like to use a rounding hill. And I know that if you work your way up the hill and back down, that the 6 is going to go forward to the next 10th place. So 2 and 36 tenths is going to round to 2 and 4 tenths. Let's do another one of those. So let's say I have the number 4 and 82 hundredths. So the first thing I need to say is what place am I going to round to? And I'm going to round to the nearest tenths, which is my 8. I'm going to circle my 2 because my 2 is the number I'm going to actually use to determine which tenth I'm closer to. Which 2 tenths is 4 and 82 hundredths in between? Hopefully you said 4 and 8 tenths and 4 and 9 tenths. So now is when that 2 becomes really important. You make your hill, you climb up the hill, and then back down. And you'll notice that the 2 is going to go backwards to 4 and 8 tenths. So we would say that 4 and 82 hundredths is going to round to 4 and 8 tenths. Okay, let's do another example. Let's say that I had 8 and 38 hundredths. The first thing you want to know is what place value are you going to estimate to? We're going to round to the nearest tenths place, just like we've been practicing. So my rounding place is the tenths. The number that I'm going to round is the 8. So the first thing I need to ask myself is what 2 tenths is 8 and 38 hundredths in between. So I know that I'm in between 8.3 tenths and 8.4 tenths. I know that 8 is above 5, so if I was thinking about that hill again, the 8 would sit down towards the bottom and would move the number up to the next tenth, which would give me 8.4. So 8 and 38 hundredths is going to estimate or round to 8 and 4 tenths. Now that we've done a few together, I want you to do a couple on your own, and tomorrow in class we will practice. Okay, and be sure to pause that video so you can check your answers when you're finished. All right, there you have it. Hopefully you got some of those right. If you were having some trouble, no worries. Feel free to rewatch the video again if you need to, or just wait for us to talk about this in class, and hopefully we will get you straightened out here. Thanks so much for watching, and your joke for today is, why do bananas have to put on sunscreen before they go to the beach? See you soon.